But that exact summer delivered a brutal reality check. The Manson family murders horrified the nation, shattering the era's countercultural innocence. Meanwhile, a fatal car crash at Chappaquiddick involving Senator Ted Kennedy severely damaged the public's political trust. Amidst this extreme cultural whiplash, an obscure acoustic sci-fi ballad by Denny Zager and Rick Evans quietly climbed the charts. It stayed at #1 for 6 straight weeks. The song, in the year 2525, painted a terrifyingly specific dystopian future. It described a world where human limbs atrophy from disuse, cold machines dictate our daily lives, and our thoughts are programmed by pills. To listeners in 1969, this sounded like bizarre, paranoid science fiction meant for a civilization 8 millennia away. But you don't have to wait thousands of years. Those precise predictions are actively becoming reality in laboratories today. One striking verse warns of a future where your legs have nothing to do, because some machine's doing that for you. Today, the military's Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, or DARPA, is heavily investing in brain-machine interfaces. Their revolutionizing prosthetics program focuses on bridging the gap between neurological impulses and robotics. In 2012, a paralyzed woman named Jan Schoerman had small electrodes placed on the surface of her brain. Within days, she successfully commanded a highly advanced robotic limb to feed herself a chocolate bar, using only her thoughts. This animated diagram illustrates how researchers pushed the experiment further. Connecting her neural interface to a flight simulator, she successfully flew a simulated airplane through the Grand Canyon. Her neural intent was directly translated into digital flight controls. By decoding brain signals and piping them directly into external hardware, scientists bypass physical limitations entirely. The machine operates as a direct extension of human intent. The song jumps forward to the year 6565, predicting that couples will bypass natural birth to pick your son, pick your daughter too, from the bottom of a glass tube. Since the completion of the Human Genome Project, our ability to sequence and map our DNA has grown exponentially. The raw code of human life is now easily digitized and cataloged. This brings us to CRISPR-Cas9. This technology operates like molecular scissors. A specific targeted sequence of DNA can be identified, removed, and seamlessly replaced. In laboratories today, researchers actively edit out inherited diseases and experiment with introducing custom genetic traits. The application extends beyond individuals. Scientists have developed gene drives, a mechanism that forces an engineered trait to rapidly spread through an entire population in just a few generations, ignoring standard rules of inheritance. We possess the molecular tools to select, modify, and distribute genetic material at will. Today, humanity is actively writing its own evolutionary blueprint, taking control of biological survival away from natural selection. Zager and Evans looked to the year 3535 and warned of a society where everything you think, do, and say is in the pill you took today. Modern pharmacology relies on pharmacophore modeling, utilizing massive computational power to map the exact three-dimensional structures of proteins. Researchers reverse engineer synthetic molecules designed to perfectly bind with specific cellular targets, altering a cell's function with surgical precision. The military applies similar precision to cognitive performance. The Army and Air Force explore non-invasive neuroenhancement tools, like transcranial magnetic stimulation, to optimize pilots and soldiers operating in high-stress environments. This diagram illustrates the mechanics of transcranial magnetic stimulation. A magnetic coil placed above the cortex sends painless magnetic pulses to deliberately alter the firing rate of specific neurons. Studies report this directly boosts visual perception and accelerates a healthy person's learning capabilities. Between synthetic molecules that rewrite cellular communication and magnetic fields that adjust neural speeds, the brain operates as a programmable platform. Following the first successful atomic test, nuclear physicist Robert Oppenheimer recalled the phrase, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." Today, that awesome power rests in the hands of biologists. This diagram maps out the dual-use dilemma. The exact same targeted genetic editing and neurotechnologies used to cure blood disorders or reverse paralysis can be easily weaponized to inflict harm. National security experts face incredibly specific existential threats. an adversary could engineer a biological agent designed to target the unique genetic markers of a specific population. Simultaneously, combining brain-machine interfaces with rapidly adapting artificial intelligence creates systems that could rewrite their own programming, operating completely outside of human oversight. We have rapidly acquired immense authority over our own biology, yet the ethical and legal frameworks required to safely manage these tools do not exist. In its final verses, in the year 2525, imagines a divine judgment day arriving in the year 7510. The song suggests an entity looks upon the earth to decide whether humanity gets to continue, or if it's time to tear it all down and start over. The songwriters imagined this reckoning playing out thousands of years from now, but our laboratories have outpaced their wildest science fiction timelines by a massive margin. Whether humanity survives to see the actual year 2025 won't be determined by the sheer power of our technology. It relies entirely on the moral choices we make about how to use that power today.